There's a few. Oh, nice fish right away. Nice fish right away. My drag's way too loose. That's a big fish. Monster bass. Monster bass. My God. I just lost a fishing pole. It's a huge bass. Fish. Look at the size of this boat. It's giant. Another one. Really? Oh my gosh. What the heck is that thing? Oh my gosh. Okay. So we got a freak of a crazy thing going on here. We were heading out of here and I started trolling and picked up a really nice trout, like a 19-20 inch trout right away. So I threw my mirror back out for another trout and got nailed by something right away, something big. I saw this massive fish jump out of the water. I mean, like ridiculous, like a just enormous fish. I had no idea, I'm like, what the heck is it? I didn't even know, it's so big. I've got it on right now, it's just been total chaos. This camera wasn't on, I needed some lights. It's still on. Hello, this is Dave with Dave Fish 84. Welcome to another episode. Today we're going back to the creek where we caught all those awesome fish. We started out catching trout, striper, we caught that giant bass. Today I'm going back to specifically target catching another giant bass. If I've learned anything, is that this creek truly does have some monsters, specifically bass, largemouth bass in this place. To catch a 9-10 pound bass in a place you've never fished before, the stories I've heard about this place, I've heard of people catching bass in excess of 11 pounds. There's huge bass in there. So today we're going back. I'm going to attempt to catch another giant. That's the goal. Of course, there's other species. We might be surprised by other things, but the focus will be on bass. We're going to try to catch a giant.
Something behind your eyes, the way you're talking, it's a cheap disguise. We were made to chase the light, but you got saved on a moonless night. Get free tonight, set it all on fire.
And off this point, there's a few. Oh, nice fish right away. Nice fish right away. My drag's way too loose. That's a big fish. Monster bass. I mean, monster bass. I just lost a fishing pole. It's a huge bass. Holy Nike. Oh my God. And I lost a fishing pole that we got. Oh my God. Dude. Are you serious? Are you serious? First cast. I said, we're going to go after giant bass today, right? Somehow I got to get that pole back. We're going to drag it with treble hook. This is an absolute insane giant. I can't even believe this. Look at this. Again, another absolute giant bass. That is ridiculous. All right, this bass is a monster. So this is crazy. Again, we went out to target giant bass. Said that in the intro. That's the main target. So I came up through here to the first spot where there's a dock. It's real windy, so I decided a spinnerbait would be a good bet for search fishing real fast. Literally the first cast. The first cast. We nailed this. .22.5 by 17 inches. Looking at about 8-pound bass in that area. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't even know what to say. And not to mention there's a bass boat right behind me. That just came through, chatted with me, said he's been fishing for bass all day long, has not caught a single bass. It's just incredible. Hopefully the rest of the day will continue this way. But we're gonna go ahead and let this big girl go. It's 64 degrees. They're definitely spawning. Her tail, you can look at real quick. You can see where her tail's been rubbing. So we're gonna go ahead and let this big baby go. Amazing. Let's see if we can do that again. Most people are still fishing for trout. Tell by the lures they're using. So I got a nice bass off those stumps to the left where his boat is with an umbrella rig last time. I think the area in front of me is a good area, it looks like, for spawning. So I'm gonna fish this little pocket and then we're gonna go back over to the right. There's some logs there. That looks like a very good spawning spot. I'm gonna mess around over there. I'm just gonna keep moving down the bank. That could be crazy, crazy. Gale force. Gosh. That's the strongest I've seen it so far. I mean, it's unbearable actually. That's just terrible wind. But again, the fish will bite good in it. It's just very hard to have boat control and to cast in it. Let's see here. Dang, that's crazy. There's one. Nope, I think that was a strike. I did get a bass here. That umbrella rig, last time we fished for bass, I did feel like a strike. Man, look at this. That's by far the strongest wind. And it's just not letting up. It's steady. Very steady. Alright. There's a potential spot up here. A bunch of logs. I've spooked nice bass. I've had them swirl on my baits, and I've lost one right at the net in one of the videos you've seen. That was 3-4 pounder. So definitely potential here. It's a spot that they seem to stage. I really believe this is an area that could produce a very, very big bass at some point, if not right now. But yeah, water is the lowest I've seen it yet. It's really low. Hit this on the way back up too. That wind's just blowing me by so fast. Wow. This is some serious power fishing to move like this. There he is. Yep. Nice bass, really nice bass. Oh man, really nice bass again. Nope, not that big, but pulled like crazy. Thought this fish was a lot bigger, but hey, target species. Wind is insane. A nice little chunk. Might be a big female in there, so let this one go. Try my best to get back in there with this wind. This wind is just, I mean, it's like 30 mile an hour. Unrelenting. I wish every bass that size would fight like that, because that fish pulled so hard. I thought that was going to be like a 5-6 pound bass. Easy. Pull 'em like that. Jeepers. Well, that's something, because that spot's produced action every single time. Either a fish, a lost fish, a strike, or we've scared something, so. You know, where I'm from in upstate New York, I grew up in a town with a little private lake on it called Buckhorn Lake. And it's where the state record bass in New York came from, 11 pounds. And it was caught with this same lure. Chartreuse white spinnerbait. I've honestly never caught a big bass bigger than 5 pounds of spinnerbait till today. But I do know that they work good. And I had confidence in this wind. I just know the conditions are perfect for a spinnerbait. Perfect. Great way to fish fast. And with the wind, it covers it enough. It looks like a little school of fish. Some sunfish. It's ideal. All right. Battle in the wind continues. Ridiculous. Just trying to turn the boat to go the right direction. I can't even do it. Wow. Wild. All right. Just got to keep power fishing here. Blowing me all over here. One idea is I'm going to try going up in that creek where we got that big bass and going up there a little bit, re-exploring, see if anybody's going back up in that creek to spawn. That'll get me out of some of this wind, hopefully, because this is just totally ridiculous. Entering into the mouth of the creek, close to where we got the big bass, 10 pound. Oh, I just had something big swirl on this.